Okay, now we're going to start assembling our body parts. Our body parts all come from this book, and I have shrunk them down because the ones in this book are meant to be if you're going to do a full body outline of yourself, which would be tracing yourself on a big, huge piece of paper and then making copies of the pages in this book, and you can cut them out and then you'd kind of have a life-size version of yourself. What I've done is shrunk them down so that we can make a file folder size version of our bodies, and then we can keep them like this and fold it up and keep it together. Now, like I said before, you feel free to design something for the cover. You can color it or put my body or whatever you'd like. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to open it up after you've cut out your full outline of your body, and we're going to glue it onto the folder. Then we're going to take our body parts. First, we're going to start with the ones for week 7, which was our heart, brain, kidneys, and bladder, and glue those onto your body. I'll show you how to do that. I've got my glue stick here, and I've already glued on the body. So I'm going to start with our first body part that we talked about, which is the brain. All right, and we're going to put that right up in our skull area. So we just put some glue on there like this. Make sure you get that in there for the spinal cord brain stem. And we'll just put it right there. The next body part we're going to do is our heart. Now there was some instructions on there in coloring it red and blue, so my daughter went ahead and colored this for me here, and we're going to be putting that in the middle of the chest, but remember it's over off to the left side just a little bit, so we're going to put that on our body right there. So I'm going to be putting some glue on my body, or you can just put the glue on the back side of your body parts and put it right there on the body. All right, our next one are our kidneys and the bladder. So the bladder will go right down here just above the leg midline there. And then our kidneys go on, it's going to be on the fold, and that's okay, but there's a right one and a left one, so we'll put both of them on like that under the heart. This is what we have on our body so far, and it's time to put the pancreas on. Now I put a little bit of glue right here in the middle of the pancreas so that both sides kind of can flip up. We're going to put it right in the middle of our kidneys towards the top here. Actually, a little bit, it's going to be more towards the middle, right, like that. It's close to the top, but kind of in the middle. Next, we're going to do the spleen, which is going to go on the top of the left kidney. So get my glue here, and we'll put that on top, and it's okay if it goes over the pancreas some. Okay. And then our gallbladder is going to be going on the top of the right kidney, like that. Now it's going to be covered up mostly by the liver once we get the liver in there. But you can see that. So we can still see our kidneys if we lift up the pancreas and the spleen over here, because we just have that part glued up there. And there we go with that part. Next we have our bones to put on our body, our skeleton, right? We're going to start with this bone where it's that ball and socket at the hip. You can see this one where it has this part right here. That's where it goes into the hip bone. So we're going to put that here, and then the kneecap's right there in the middle of the knee. And then the rest of the leg, the 2 leg bones down here, it connects at the kneecap, and then goes down to the foot, and then we have our foot. Let me get some glue on that. And we're going to put that down here at the bottom. So we have our skeleton, and then on the other leg we're going to show our muscles. So I'll get some glue on there. We've got our big leg muscle here and our thigh. And then we've got our connecting at the kneecap, calf, and our shin muscles here. And then our foot muscles will go down here at the bottom. So one side shows our bones and the other shows our muscles, because the muscles go over the top of the bones. And so then it looks like that. And then our final organ for this part is going to be the stomach. And we'll put that right here. It's going to go underneath the heart, and it is going to be overlapping our spleen and our gallbladder a little bit. So what we're going to do is just put a little bit of glue just right in the middle there. There's a dot there that on the front side. And so basically on the back side, that's where we're going to be putting our glue. So let me get some glue on mine here so you can see that. So I've got the glue in the back there. This part is the part that connects to the esophagus, and this is the part that connects to the small intestine. We don't have an esophagus here, but that's okay. Generally, it's about right there, where in front of the heart there. It will be right under the heart, and then that's where that one's going to go. Next, we're going to do the liver. Put that liver on. I'm going to get some glue on the back of mine. Okay, and so the liver is up on the right side, and it covers up. You're not going to be able to see the gallbladder very well anymore, because if you remember in our pictures, it was up under there, over the stomach too. Okay, and then we're going to do our intestines. We're going to start with the small intestine, and it will show you where it connects to the stomach. These little tubes here will connect, and so you're going to put that there. It's going to go under the stomach. I'm going to get my glue on it. Get my glue stick here, putting the glue on so we can get it to stay on. Okay. And we'll connect it there in the middle of our abdomen. Okay, and then over the top of that is going to go the large intestine, and if you remember, that's what connects to our rectum, because that's where we need to excrete the waste. And so we want to make sure that this part here is going to be at the midline. Okay, so let's get the glue on there. I'm going to put that over the top of the small intestine. That. Oh, mine's a little crooked. All right. Next are the lungs. Now they're going to go over the top here, like so. And they're actually going to cover up your heart, because they're going to go on either side of it. And get the glue and put that on, and this part will be in the midline here. Okay, that's how it looks. You can see the heart underneath it. I just glued on one side of it so I can kind of lift this side up and see the heart. And this side you can kind of lift up and see the liver if you just kind of put the glue on the middle and the top part of the right lung. Time to assemble the last body part. Now we made our faces. Here's what mine looks like. And we're going to just put a little bit of glue here right at the top of where the skull is, so that we were able to lift it up so we can still see the brain. So we'll put just a little bit of glue up there. We'll put our face there, and so that you can have your face, and then you can flip it up and when you want to see the brain. Now you have assembled the whole body and all the parts that we learned about. Enjoy looking at it, remembering, learning, and go ahead and research more about the different parts that you're interested in learning more about how they work. Now I want to close by reading us a psalm, one that just goes so well with this unit, the amazing things that we have learned about the human body, where we can just give all glory to God for how he has created us so unique, so special, and just what a privilege it is to be part of his kingdom here, right? All right, it comes from Psalm 139, verses 13 and 14. You created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. Isn't that the truth? We are fearfully and wonderfully made. We'll continue learning and exploring. I've had such a great time with you, and I hope you've enjoyed this project, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.